Today, we're in a plastic manufacturing factory that produces thousands of parts every single day. Whether you like plastic or not, it's everywhere. It's in our homes, in the kitchen, in hospitals, in airplanes, and cars. But today, we will not just be looking at plastic from the perspective of a customer. We'll be looking at how they manufacture plastic and how engineers decide whether a factory qualifies to produce the plastic materials to their standards. Okay, let's jump right in. For any plastic part to be manufactured, it has to start with the design team. In a quick rundown, 2D and 3D design files along with your chosen materials are sent to the supplier. If you're not sure which materials is best, the supplier can provide expert guidance. Once received, the supplier reviews your files and provides a DFM, Design for Manufacturing report. This is a critical back and forth process of tweaking your design to ensure it is actually manufacturable. Once your design aligns with the factory's capabilities, the sample mold design begins. We start by producing a few dozen or 100 pieces to verify the mold. Only when the sample is approved do we proceed to the full-scale production mode. Many factories do not disclose their design departments and do not allow outsiders to see their designers. But this factory allows us to see this.
我们有自己的研发团队，有自己的产品，我们对自己的产品很有信心，所以我们愿意给予分享，给人去看我的产品。别人想以超越我，但是他永远都超不过我。
Molds come in all shapes and sizes, and the factory carefully selects the right machines based on the part's specific dimensions. The machines on the factory floor often tell you a lot about what a manufacturer is capable of producing. But the important thing to understand is what kind of equipment they are actually using to make these parts. In this factory, they mainly focus on injection molding. This factory has 23 injection molding machines. Backing those machines up are CNC machines, sinker EDM, surface grinders, and lathes. They also have a dedicated R&D office for manufacturing molds and plastic parts. Mold design is a complex craft that requires years of experience to master. While many factories outsource this facility has been designing and manufacturing molds in-house for over 30 years. This offers a massive advantage. If a defect is detected during production, the team can rework the mold immediately, saving weeks of downtime and keeping the project on schedule. To maintain the highest standards, the factory is split in two distinct sections, one for general plastic parts and one dedicated exclusively to medical products. This separation is vital because medical devices are subject to strict regulatory requirements that differ significantly from standard consumer goods. Every plastic part starts with something very simple. Plastic pallets, just like these. But where these materials come from and how they are stored can affect how the final product will end up being.
我们的产品它分管的那个用的材料比较多，比如说 PP3015 这个是我们通常要用的，还有这种也是我们通常要用的 ABS 707这种也是我们产品常用的，还有757也是我们产品常用的 ABS，所以为什么我的这个库存量的材料有这么多？那个产品多，产品多样化，所以就会库存有一定的这个多种化。
那个黑色的
是黑色的圣母
啊，白色的是塑料，
白色的是原材料 PP 料，PP 料，要的这个黑色的就是圣母
啊，好。
但是做出来的产品就是黑色的。
Machines are important, but they're only a part of the story. The skills of the technicians running these machines often determines the real production quality. Once the mold is loaded, the injection begins. High-grade plastic pallets are fed into a heated barrel, melted and injected under immense pressure.
我们的料斗里面去烤料的温度要设定，这是温度，这两个是开关，一个是风机的，一个是加热的，两个开关。这设定温度表，温度的度数。
Balancing temperature, pressure, and cooling times is truly an art form. If any variable is off, you get defects like warping or sink marks.
机器的这个成型参数，包括我们的螺杆的温度，还有注射的参数，还有模具的这些油管之类的、顶针之类的参数。这个管呢，它的功能与作用是排废气的环保作用，将我们这个热气还有废气从这个管道输送到上面去。这个是我们的主管道，上面的主管道，这个是废气，直接通到楼顶。通到楼顶以后，有过滤，然后就排放。那首先是料，从这里我们要经过一个工序，溶胶就是马达液压马达在旋转以后，主料设定到我们需要的位置，需要的熔点，然后经过我们射胶射到模具里面成型以后顶出，再用。现在模具这个产品成型以后，机械手下行，机械手取出来，然后放到传送带上面，流到下一工序加工。
As parts come off the line, they undergo rigorous QC checks. For medical parts, we use the golden sample, a verified perfect specimen as the benchmark that every single part must match. Injection molding is all about consistency. When thousands of parts are being produced every single day, even tiny variations can become a big problem. So the real question is, how does the factory make sure that every single part comes out exactly the same? After the technician sets up the machine, he, together with the quality team, check that the parts coming out of the machines are within the customer's design specifications and tolerance. The molds are also regularly checked and have strict maintenance plans. In plastic manufacturing, the mold is everything. It's the heartbeat of the entire process, which makes you wonder, how are these molds maintained?
这个就是我们最后的一道工序，也就是说所有的工序加工完之后，就来这里是说进行一个强工的一个装配，包括配模，还有那里赏模，等于说赏模的话，等于说我们在组装嘛，再把它配好之后，就说来这里重新的去总套模的一个组装。在我们的过程中呢，我们在生产的时候也是有一个进行的一个保养。保养的话，等于说我们是背完一个批次，比如说背完半天或者一天一条订单之后，我们就进行了把模具重新拆出来，重新去保养、去检查。特别是我们首次的一个样板打完样之后，我们都会进行一个首样的一个检查。包括我们的模具的有没有什么异常啊，有没有什么问题呀？我们日常的话就是说，我们每一次生产完一个订单之后，我们也会进行一次的去保养、去检查。
In serious manufacturing environments, every batch of parts can usually be traced back to the exact machine, material, and production time. But how much traceability actually exists here? We can see the factory has production reports that indicate machine setup, batch of raw materials used, and well-labeled incoming raw materials and outgoing finished parts. Even perfectly manufactured parts can be damaged if they are not handled properly after production. So the final step is just as important as the first. We can see how well organized this factory is just by the way they store their incoming materials and finished products. How do you guarantee that these materials will not go bad?
现在这个原材料啊，物价是飞快的上涨。我进了很多，你看，我在这里做到防潮，定时检查，有专门的这个防止这个产品这个材料的，保质期以内要用完，就是我们在保质期以内会把这一批材料消耗掉。就我们本身我们自己的工厂的产品的用量，加工产品的用量有这么多订单，就3个月内就要把这些全部材料消耗掉。
The process often doesn't end when the mold opens. Depending on the design, parts may move to post-processing such as ultrasonic welding or seal screening and laser engraving. One of the first things we notice when walking through a production floor is how organized it is. A production like this in the past would require 10 to 20 people to do this entire operation. But As you can see, everything is automated and all you need is a QC person at the end or the person to finally put everything together for packing or assembly. The organization of the entire operation can be seen, and this usually determines whether this is a disciplined manufacturing process. No manufacturing process is perfect. Defects can happen anywhere along the line of the production. The real question is, what happens when a defect happens? How does the factory react and deal with defects, and also prevent them from further happening in the future?
这样的那个步骤每套模具都是这样的一个流程我们会必须要保证每条订单的一个那个产品的一个合格率跟质量的一个提高，这样的意思这个是我们的每个流程。
Plastic manufacturing is a journey from a digital file to a physical object you can hold in your hands. Now that AI has made designing of products so easy, and you can prototype using 3D printers from the comfort of your homes. By choosing a partner with 30 years of in-house mold making experience and specialized production lines, you're not just buying a part. You're buying the reliability, speed, and precision needed to bring high-quality products to market successfully. I hope you found this video informative. If you watched to this point, please give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe. A huge thanks goes to Hija for allowing us to document their production process. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on our next adventure.